Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Nick Rice, and welcome to the halftime studios here for the DSFL radio between the Raiders and the Bears. And let's get right down to business here. The Raiders played NFC North foe, the Chicago Bears, and early on, things would go the Bears' way. First quarter action here on Stabler's second series. He's looking deep for Fred Biletnikoff, but his deep pass is picked off by Dave Dorson, ending the Raiders' drive right here. Chicago takes over on their own 24-yard line and cashes in with a long 76-yard impressive scoring drive on the Bears' only touchdown drive of the first half. Harlan Hill catches a long bomb here from Sid Luckman, followed by an easy 5-yard touchdown run by Walter Payton to make it a 7-0 game late in the first quarter. Moving on to early in the second quarter, more struggles for the Raider offense as Tim Brown fumbles the football here, ending a promising possession for Oakland. Off the turnover, Chicago engineers another strong offensive possession that looked to produce another touchdown until tight end Desmond Clark is tagged with a second down holding penalty that negates a Peyton run, making it a long 15-yard penalty, costly for the Bears. Chicago is just unable to overcome the penalty yardage and settles for a Robbie Gould field goal. It's 10-0. With seconds remaining before halftime, however, the Raider offense capitalizes on the last opportunity of the first half and scores on a Marcus Allen touchdown run. Your halftime score here is 10-7 Bears. Defense is obviously the emphasis for this game, as both defenses have dominated over the opposing offense. If it weren't for Walter Payton, things would be very interesting because the Bears would be unable to do anything on offense. That is not opinion. That is fact. And now for our keys to victory for both teams in the second half, we turn it over to the third member of our crew. This is Jason Lundegren, and we will give both teams their keys to victory for the second half. Jason?
And now for my tips of the game. For the Oakland Raiders, in order to beat the Bears, I got a couple of things I want to give to the team of Oakland. Give the ball to Bo Jackson more often on offense, and on defense, pressure Payton as much as you can. As for the Chicago Bears, I'd say improve your passing game for offense, and don't rely too much on Walter Payton because the Raider defense might get on him. And as for their defense, well, as just the same as the Oakland defense, not much for them. Just play your best, and hopefully both these teams will have another epic battle just like they did in the first Dream Bowl. Peace!
Here on first down. Luckman throwing deep, and he's got a man. That's Harlan Hill. Handoff up the middle, untouched in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. And Walter Payton gives the Bears the first points of the football game. Welcome back. We are beginning the second half here. Chicago up 10-7, and we have a new member for our commentating crew for the second half of DSFL Week 12 radio. We have a Noel Booker here commentating, and here in Oakland, it is 10-7. Raiders get the football, trailing by a field goal. Johnson takes it at the goal line, out to the 10, 15, right side 20. And taken down at the 25-yard line and back to the field is Kenny Stabler and the Raiders offense, who so far in the first half have struggled to say the least. Under 100 yards passing, and Marcus Allen has not found a rhythm, Noel.
Yes, and I got to tell you that Kenny Stabler right now, he's just not in the mood right now. He's not in the consistent way that he's been playing like he has in the past few weeks. But he just needs some time, that's all.
Marcus Allen is the man in the eye. Play action fake to Allen. Left side complete. Dave Casper in the dump off for 4 yards. And Kenny Stabler finally at 100 yards passing, a gain of 4 yards. And Dave Casper again with a short completion, 2nd and 6 coming up.
And I gotta tell you, Nick, throughout this whole game, the Steelers, I mean, no, not the Steelers, the Raiders, they've been throwing some pretty short passes. They're not taking any risk, mostly because of that one deep pass for interception.
Dave Durson and the defense so far making opportunities off turnovers as well, and Mike Singletary there behind the line. Marcus Allen stuffed in the backfield, and now it's a 3rd down and 6, and Mike Singletary is now in the game. What a big-time hit here for the Raiders behind the line.
Yes, Mike Singletary, you're going to look for him to do that all game long because he's one of those hard-hitting linebackers that you just fear.
Raiders out with 4 receivers. Stabler to throw. Look, 7-step drop. Incomplete. Dangerously just overthrown, intended for Cliff Branch. He was in triple coverage anyway, but no chance for a completion, and now it's a 4th down.
Yeah, that was a really bad selection on the play. He thought he had an opening to get to Tim Brown, but it just wasn't there. He didn't get it to him.
So the Raiders score a touchdown on their last series of the first half, and now with a chance to take the lead with momentum on their side, they go 3 and out and only gain 4 yards, and out to punt is Shane Leckler, and taking it at the 15 is the dangerous return man in Hester, and he scampers to the 24-yard line, 9-yard return. And back to the field is Sid Luckman, and what are your thoughts, Noel, on his up and down first half?
Well, Sid Luckman has been having some poor choice with where he passes to, but for Walter Payton, he's getting his groove back.
Walter Payton up the middle, and a gain of 3 yards. Atkinson there to bring him down, and a 2nd and 7 coming up. And the Raiders so far in this one have been very stout defensively after allowing a couple points off turnovers here. But now at 10-7, they look to pin their ear back and blitz after Walter Payton and the Bears.
You know what? Walter Payton just needs some good blocks, then he'll get back on his groove. I think that's all he needs.
Bears return to 3 receivers. Walter Payton off the right side, taken down behind the line. Ted Hendricks again. Key for the Raiders on run defense, as they have proven very stout against this tremendous running game with Walter Payton and that big offensive line. 3rd down and 8 coming up.
They went with a blitz on this play, and I got to tell you, he just went unblocked, and he was able to get to Walter Payton's blind side before he could find that hole that was opening up.
3rd down and 8. Bears go to 4 receivers. Raiders nickel package underneath, and it is taken down behind the line. The pass for a loss of 4 yards. Sid Luckman, nearly perfect completion percentage, but his yardage is far but perfect, as he has struggled to get the ball down the field today. Another punt for the Bears. It's a 3 and out.
He just missed that block. You saw that right tackle. He missed the block, and which is why Gale Sayers was unable to do anything once he finally caught the football. Now they're sitting at 4th and long.
Out to punt it away is Gulianix, and an end-over-end kick, booming punt down the field, taken at the 21. Johnson out to the 30, left side 35, and is taken down at the 41-yard line. 19-yard return for Johnson, and back to the field is Kenny Stabler. Can he make a difference this time out, Noel?
Well, for this drive, what he needs to do is mix up the plays a little bit, and he needs to constantly find the open receiver. He hasn't been doing that all game.
Stabler looking underneath, complete. Marcus Allen in the dump off, gain of 4 yards, and another short completion for Kenny Stabler. And now at 104 yards, if you do the math here, that's under 5 yards an attempt. Just an average day for Kenny Stabler in this big play offense. Now at a 2nd down and 6, they go back to a running formation. 2 tight ends and Marcus Allen, the man in the eye. And the Bears in the dime package, handoff up the middle. Marcus Allen trying to find a lane, only gains 1 yard. Dave Durson there to bring him down after the short gain.
Marcus Allen just couldn't find anywhere to go. It was just nothing but a whole bunch of big bodies. And that's what happens in the NFL. These guys are moving at lightning speed, so you need to hurry up and find somewhere to go. In this case, Allen just didn't find a place to go.
Another 3rd down and medium to long scenario for the Oakland Raiders. So far, they've been 2 for 4 on these 3rd down attempts. Kenny Stabler with 4 receivers back to throw. Great protection. All time to throw. Looking deep. He's got the deep ball, and the pass picked off. Charles Tillman there at the 11, and he takes it out right side of the 20. and is taken down there. Charles Tillman with the second interception of Kenny Stabler today, and now returning back to the field is Sid Luckman after that mistake.
Horrible choice by Ken Stabler. He threw to the left side, deep down the field. He took another chance, and just like the first time he took a chance deep down the field, it's intercepted, and now the Bears get the ball. Ryan suggested that he should have passed it safely to the tight end, Dave Casper, the Ghost. He was open.
2 tight ends and 2 running backs here for the Bears. Handoff up the near side. Walter Payton finds a hole after the first down, taken down after a 13-yard pickup. Walter Payton for yet another Bears first down.
Yeah, Walter Payton, he found the open hole, and he took advantage of it too. And if he turned on the juice, we would have seen him go all the way for a touchdown. But luckily, the Raiders were able to catch up to him before he could do anything too dangerous, Nick.
Chicago seems to be a better football team offensively off the turnover here, at least in this football game, as so far Chicago has had their greatest drives off turnovers. Walter Payton takes a nasty hit over the middle. Rolando McClain there for the bone-jarring hit after only 3 yards. And now it's a 2nd down and 6. Walter Payton holds on to the football. I don't even know how, Noel.
Me neither. That was a heck of a hit by Orlando McClain. But now that it's 2nd and 6, they have all the options here. They could either run the ball, they could pass it short, they could go deep if they want.
Chicago looking to pass here with 4 receivers. Luckman back in the shotgun, takes the snap. Underneath, complete. That's Johnny Morris, and he's got the first down by a hair. And now at the 41-yard line, the second straight Bears first down goes for 6 yards and move those chains for Chicago.
Yeah, he was able to find the open hole in the coverage, and Sid Luckman was just able to get the ball to him before they could go ahead and cover him back up. Smart throw right there by Sid Luckman, and now they move the chains again. It's 1st and 10.
Bears go back to 2 tight ends, man in motion. Desmond Clark from right to left, handoff to the far side. Walter Payton taken down after a 5-yard pickup. Ted Hendricks there to bring him down, and on 2nd down and 5 again, Noel. Bears have an open playbook here with a medium situation and 2 downs to get the first.
You know, Walter Payton, he saw the hole, but then again, the guy, he broke away from the blocks, so he was able to get to Walter Payton once again before he can make any dangerous runs.
Sayers back in the game as they go back to 2 tight ends. Sid Luckman here towards the end of the 3rd. Man in motion again, but we have a false start, and that will bring the ball back to the 41-yard line on a 2nd and 10. But Walter Payton, don't you think, Noel, is just 1 run away from breaking it for a long one, as he has had numerous short gains here, and now only 50 yards rushing. He's just looking for a breakaway run. 2nd and 10. Luckman looking, great pocket. Underneath, complete Willie Galt. Now on a 3rd and 6, another pass. But Walter Payton, looks to have a big gain. Isn't that right, Noel?
Yes, I mean, he has the potential to do it, but the blocks are just not there. The pieces are just not there. He just needs to find his groove once again.
At the end of 3, the Bears again up 10-7 in a scoreless 3rd quarter. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after this word from your local stations. Welcome back to Sunday Night Football. Sid Luckman is on a roll. 11 completed passes in a row, but hasn't made a big impact for the Bears as he's been unable to score in the past quarter and a half. Deep ball intended for William Galt is picked off. Lester Hayes back to the 40 and is taken down there. And the Lester Hayes-led Raiders here with their 6th interception. This is Lester Hayes' 6th on the season, and the ball travels right back to Oakland. Here's Kenny Stabler returning to the field.
You know what? It looked like the pieces were all there, but on that deep pass, he should have led the receiver more instead of going it a little under.
Kenny Stabler, dump-off pass, complete Fred Biletnikoff, and after 8 yards, Biletnikoff catches his first football of the game. The starting receiver for the Raiders, unable to get into the ball game until the latter portions of the football game. And Fred Biletnikoff, how is he taken out for so long, Noel?